Hello? We got the house! We got the house! Hey, let's go. We gotta go to the furniture store, get some new furniture. We got the house. We gotta fill it up. What? What do you mean we don't need to go to the furniture store? We're gonna put it on the 0% for 5 years because they're going out of business sale again. What? We don't need to buy anything for 30 days? At least till closing? Well, how are we gonna fill the house up? Oh, I need to watch your video on what to do before closing? Okay, I'll turn it on right now. Hello, I'm Anthony George, the Home Guy Waco. Each week, I put together a video pertaining to the real estate or the Waco area. Today, I wish to speak about what happens when you go from contract to close. So we've signed a contract on a house with a seller. What happens next? Why do we need to wait 30 days? Well, the first thing that's going to happen is from the time that both parties sign the contract, we have 3 days to deposit with the title company any earnest money that was promised when the deal was put together. We also need to submit any option money to the seller. And what the option money does for us is it gives us an opportunity to have the home inspected, find out if there's anything that needs to be corrected, and time to negotiate any repairs or services that need to be provided to make the home into the condition that you as the buyer would want it to be in. Does this mean the homeowner is going to turn the home back to new before they sell it to you? No, not always. I like to use the analogy of the car business because that's what I come from. If you buy a pre-owned car, it may have a few scratches and a few dings, but it doesn't really affect the way the car is driven down the street or how it rides. Things such as the engine, the transmission with a knock or a grind, that would be of a concern. Same thing with a home. Inspector finds problems with the roof, problems with the foundation, termites eating into some of the wood. Those are items that you may want to go back to the seller and negotiate either the repair, the replacement, that type thing. Things like scratches and dents, minor, some minor holes in the wall. Those are some items that a seller may want to just pass along to you as a buyer. It's that expected scratch on the used car. Minor things that you can take care of. The next thing moving toward closing is the title company. Within 21 days of the submission of your contract, a title company is going to do a search and make sure there's no one else with claim to that property or that area. Make sure everything is as it is explained in the contract and that you're getting and they are selling what is being told, and they have the right to do so, and you have the right to take ownership. If you're borrowing money to buy the house, you're going under a mortgage, the lender is going to ask for an appraisal be done as well. The appraisal will make sure that the value of the home is what you say it is in the money that you're borrowing. For instance, you want to borrow $200,000 to buy the home. It appraises to be worth $150,000. Most lenders, well, pretty much all lenders are not going to loan you $200,000 for a $100,000 home or a $150,000 home. They want that number to be what you're asking for, actually a little more than what you're asking for, so that if something would happen and you not repay the loan, they're not caught in an upside down position. So they are going to have an appraisal done, and that will be ordered by the title company. The other thing that will happen in a financed transaction is the title company, either the buyer or the seller, will pay for a survey to be done if there's not one that's recent enough or there's not been any changes since the last one. What that's for is to make sure that that piece of property that you're buying, that home is sitting on, where the boundaries are. Say a neighbor has a fence, but when they put it up, They didn't pay attention to the survey or the drawn lines. They've put the fence 2 feet over into the property that you're buying. The survey will find that and let you know, hey, this fence is 2 feet onto your property that you're purchasing. That all needs to be worked out before you sign the line to own the home. So during the time from contract to close, you should be receiving what's called an HOA Addendum if the home is in an area that is covered by an HOA. And what that will do is it will cover all the laws and all the rules that the HOA has approved and what their dues are, so that you have an understanding of what you're getting into when you buy the home and what you will be responsible for and the rules and regulations that you will be responsible to live within. Okay. We've been through the option period. We've had the appraisal done. We've gotten the survey back. Now what are we waiting on? Oh yes, we were waiting on the bank to finally give us the 3 words that we want to hear. Clear to close. That means everything's been done to satisfy the mortgage company that you're ready to move forward with the closing of the house. This will generally come within 3 days before the closing date. You will also get a closing disclosure. It will tell you any monies that need to be brought to closing. It will inform you. Disclosure will go over what monies are paid to the lender, what monies are paid to the seller, what monies that you're responsible for, what prepaid taxes you're paying, what prepaid money you're putting in escrow if you're doing an FHA loan, or paying your homeowner's insurance through your mortgage. Done, closing day set. This is what you need to remember. Remember that on closing day, bring a cashier's check, money order for any monies that you owe. Bring your driver's license and make sure it's current. Without a current form of government ID, which driver's license most people have, or a passport, as long as it's current, you'll be able to close. Everybody that's signing at closing day needs to have one of those 2 documents. They're signed, the money's exchanged, the money gets deposited into title, moved on to the seller. You're clear. You will get the keys to your new home. Congratulations. If you like this video, please click subscribe and the like button. Also, in the description below, I've put a link to the 12 items you should think about and consider before closing on a home.